lease agreement and a lease agreement would be also called baiting a horse. Obviously, you're now not purchasing a horse from the owner. You are renting it, essentially, I suppose. Why is a lease? I mean, I outlined this before you basically just drummed contracts into me. But why is a lease agreement a good idea in this situation? Because these lease agreements do tend to be very friendly.
Look, there's a lot of advantages to a lease agreement, I think, especially for ponies. Kids outgrow ponies a hell of a quickly. And to buy a pony and then go through the heartache in 2 years' time of having to sell the pony so that you can buy another pony that you can cry about in 2 more years, it starts becoming better to lease. It's also, I think, advisable for a person new to the sport, before they commit to buying a horse, to lease, so that they can be absolutely sure that their lifestyle suits the sport, that they can pay the costs, which they often don't think about. So there's a lot of advantages to a lease. I think it's also, for the owner of the horse, it can be a useful way to keep an animal that they don't want to give up, but at this particular stage of their life, they cannot ride. They're pregnant, or they're at varsity, or whatever. So there's many reasons why a lease is a good idea. But whether this particular lease is a good idea is going to depend on the parties involved and the terms of that lease. I have leased horses. I have leased horses out. I have only ever had one bad experience. And I think, like most things, contracts make for good friends. So when both parties understand what the terms of the lease are, then it works. And I think if you're going to have a lease agreement, especially if it's a lease at the yard where the owner, if the owner is insisting that the horse be at the yard, it's possibly a good idea that the yard owner is involved. Because they're obviously responsible for caring for the horse. So I think it's quite important that the yard owner get included in whatever agreement is made. And if there's a home lease, you probably want a clause allowing the owner to inspect or be allowed to have access to pictures and that sort of thing, just to check on the horse.